No, you're outside.
Go.
I'm like, okay.
No, then I said you were inside. You added to the conversation.
You commented on like the brain lobotomy.
Yes, on our newly freed dude. Are we live, Tim?
We are live. Welcome.
Hey.
Brain lobotomy. Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Chris,
Oh, boy.
you're gonna have a hell of a time catching
We
up.
nicknamed that character Baby Doll.
I don't remember that, but I'll go with it.
No, it was a very bad reference to Sucker Punch.
Oh. Good. Okay, good to know.
Spoiler
Hello, world. Welcome to Star Trek Lexington, Last of the Line. How you doing? Good. Good. Oh,
Yeah.
Tim, you're doing intro stuff, or am I taking it away, or what's happening?
Yeah, so welcome. We are resuming the story that we started for Extra Life. We are still fundraising through the end of the year, so if you are... I'm going to have to do this on my phone, because for some reason it's not letting me do it on the computer. But we are so we are still fundraising on the following website. There we go. It's now in chat. If you go there, that's our Extra Life team. You can donate to the team itself or to any of us individually that are on the team. Just go down to the roster area for the full list of who we are and what our pages are. We're raising for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Each of us is raising for the closest hospital to us. Most of us are raising for Boston Children's, which is currently the second highest in the nation as far as fundraising amounts go.
Who do we have to beat?
Awesome.
Seattle.
That's impressive.
Seattle has taken us this year. Usually we end up top of the pile, but this year we haven't gotten there yet. Seattle is on top of us at the time. Yes.
How much above are they? Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't. I didn't get that number. In the Boston Extra Life Discord, where we communicate with each other and kind of plan some things like that, we were just informed that we were a little over 100. No, wait. I think we're like 104, 105,000, and that they are 102. We're at 102,000 as of this morning. And they're somewhere ahead of us. So
Somewhere.
not
They're
by
out
much.
there. They're out there.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says that they're ahead of us.
A little friendly competition never hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And
It's
it
ridiculous.
helps. And it's now. Thankfully, you cannot raise for Seattle with our team as it stands right now. No one on our team is raising for Seattle. We have Orlando. We have Norfolk, Virginia. We have Bay State. We have Boston. We have Buffalo, and we have San Diego on our team. But we do not have Seattle.
And how are we doing with our fundraising, Tim?
We are. Let me look. I looked at the number earlier, like yesterday, but I forgot to. We're around 1,000. Yeah, we're at $1,025 that our team has raised so
Oh,
far.
nice. We broke the $1,000 mark.
We
Very
did
nice.
indeed.
That's awesome.
So we're very excited about that. So we are
But
definitely
we still haven't hit our. I'm sorry. We still haven't hit our team goal of 1,500.
That's true.
So.
Oh, Alex is asking me for the link, and I gotta go find it.
Oh, the player link for the campaign? I got it right here.
All right, can you just send it to Alex?
Yep.
Thank you. Because the link that I have is for the director function, so I don't. It isn't the link that I can send her. And Kara will be a little bit late. The thing that she thought she had last week was actually this week, so she'll be along when she's done with that.
And she might still be before Matt.
That's true.
Yep. Before Daddy's
Very
Skippy.
possible. Very possible.
Yep. All right.
So yeah, so that's Extra Life. We also do have a partnership with Humble Bundle, where if you there finally, if you go to Humble Bundle by way of this link, then you can support the charity you would normally support with Humble Bundle, and also support this channel. So that is also an option, and we can plug some other things as we go along later on with like Patreon and coffee and things that are available if people want to just straight up support the channel. And we are also affiliate now, so you can support the channel by way of subscribing. Or using your Amazon Prime account to get a free subscription, which you will have to renew each month. So, that all being said, let's go ahead and I'm going to hand this over to Tripper.
Okay. All right. I think the best thing to start with here is for the benefit of anyone who didn't watch the stream, and especially for the benefit of Chris, who had other things to do. So
Tracking our
let's give
stars.
I'm going to give a very brief thumbnail sketch of what happened over Extra Life.
That would be
So the
super
crew,
handy, yeah.
that would be super handy. So the crew came onto the ship. The USS Lexington is the last remaining Constitution-class ship in the fleet. It's the year 2300, and all of our crew, all our players came on as lieutenant commanders, who are basically one step below department heads.
Some of us may not remain lieutenant commanders, but that's how we arrived.
Well, through promotion, demotion, we'll see.
Yeah, see.
Or death. So the story. So everyone came on the ship. The story was the ship is a diplomatic ship that is making second contact with civilizations that have been contacted by exploring ships. So we go out to the planet Iosia, which is populated by, surprise, surprise, Iosians. Throughout the course of the campaign, we were able to. They agreed to join the Federation after 15 minutes of negotiation because they are a extremely straightforward population species that is 100% about rationality, no formality to things, just straight up right and wrong answers. In the process of all of this, we discovered a crashed Romulan ship on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
We investigated that, and the crew was attacked by some unknown assailants, who the evidence strongly suggests they are, in fact, Romulans. So we make it back up to the ship. We're talking to the Iosian Chancellor about this, and in the middle of that, another Federation ship that was there to do delivery of diplomatic gifts explodes and severely damages our ship from all the wreckage. And in the process of all this, we figure out that the ship was destroyed by a virus that they had picked up from the planet, a computer virus, which was also infecting our ship. However, the Lexington being as old as it was, the computer system was so old that it was immune. So, lucky us, we didn't get blown up.
The virus was not backwards compatible.
It was not backwards compatible. No, they needed to update their firmware. The Iosians came up. They actually helped us remove the virus. So there is some uncertainty. There was some uncertainty at that point, like, where'd the virus come from? Why is it here? Some of us, it might have been a part of the Romulans. We thought maybe we got it from the Romulan ship. We didn't know. But the whole Romulan situation was unresolved at the time. We were able to take the computer core from the Romulan ship without the Romulan or the Iosians' knowledge. And so the Iosians agreed to escort our damaged ship out of their space to space dock. About halfway there, we were able to get the Romulan computer core working. And in the process of doing that, found that it had another variation of the virus on it. And that virus got activated and basically turned the computer core into a giant beacon, leading the Iosians to start attacking us. So they attacked us, were able to disable the ship, but through some amazing plot bullshit, courtesy of Coinless playing Fish Soon, we were able to devise a way to literally knock out all of the Iosians through just complete nonsense, because it was beautiful and I was so happy that happened.
It was very Star Trek.
It was extremely Star
Trek. It was a very Star Trek
USB
brand of nonsense.
It's a USD cadaver and a cliff note on Ocean biology.
Yep.
Basically, you're not wrong.
And one quick swipe of a hand by a certain Kelpian.
Yes, by a certain Kelpian.
The Kelpian.
Okay. So after all the Iosians are knocked out, we decided we wanted to research them, because what the hell's going on? And we figured out through Carol, Chloe, her character, the Iosians have two brains. And what we figured out is one of the brains has like very, very like organic brain patterns. The other one has very computer-like brain patterns. It reacts and acts as if it was actually a computer. So Chloe took one of them and literally gave him a half lobotomy, completely disconnecting the computerized side of the brain.
No, that's a full. That's what a lobotomy is.
Well,
that's a full.
Half of
removing
a
portion.
Yeah,
it'd be a double lobotomy if they did both. So you get the point. Anywho, so half the brain is gone. So the effect was, before this, the Iosians were extremely, like I said, extremely pragmatic. They were very monotone, very direct, no emotion. They make Vulcans look emotional. Just absolutely no reaction from them whether completely stiff. So after this, the Iosian that got the one lobotomy was like a completely different person. Extremely emotional, extremely scared, and spilled the beans basically on everything. That Iosia is basically controlled by a artificial intelligence that was developed 305 years ago. And every single Iosian has a version of that AI uploaded into one of their brains at birth. So all of the Iosians are controlled by this programming. What this programming does is it dictates that the Iosians need to gather as many resources as possible. So what they do is they actually take this virus and they propagate it as best they can to cripple civilizations. Then they go in and take their resources.
We're not letting that stand.
No, that's so. So when I originally planned this, I thought, okay, that was the end of it. Okay, so we quarantine Iosia. No, we leave them alone. You bad, stay away. The crew and their infinite
Federationness,
which I should have accounted for, decided we need to help these people. So after disabling the Iosian ship, taking it over, researching, figuring all this out, 3 more ships appeared, Federation ships that were coming, because we were able to contact the Federation and tell them all that was happening before we left. And so these ships show up, and now what the crew wants to do is make it back to Iosia to help them. And that is where we pick up with our crew in space in a nebula, and they are looking at this fleet of ships right here. If you will direct your attention to roll 20.
Yeah, just a moment. Stream cut out for some reason.
Please hold.
Anyway. Ah! Okay. What the crap? Oh.
Notes in so many places.
What's the matter?
I have the wrong browser showing. There we go.
Oh.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay. So the fleet of ships that showed up. On the top, we have the Excelsior-class USS Hood. In the middle, we have the Miranda-class USS Baskerville, and this one has a module on the top that is specifically for forensic science. Because this ship was coming here to figure out what the hell happened with this Romulan vessel and who the hell it was that attacked us and killed 2 security crew members. And on the bottom, the brand new USS Stargazer. Now, some of you may remember that name. That was, later on, that would be Captain Picard's first vessel, but that's about 30, 40-something years in the future. So that's, for right now, I just threw it in there for flavor. So, we left off with Captain Sherman of our ship greeting the incoming fleet and saying, boy, do we have a story for you. So, we're going to skip a little bit here. So, Captain Sherman explains everything to the other fleet. And what we do at this point is, instead of immediately going back to Iosia, we are going to return to the Starbase for repairs before going back. Repairs also, and to replace some of the crew who unfortunately died when, well, 2 on the planet, and 2 when the USS Sun Tzu exploded. So lost 20 crew members in all, plus a little over 200 on the Sun Tzu. So now we have returned. I'm going to switch us over to map. We have returned to Starbase 241, just outside the Alteran Expanse, not too far from the Romulan neutral zone. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so it's going to take about 2 weeks for our ship to get to Starbase 241.
Real quick.
Now,
yes. Dave. Oh, there you go. Never mind. That's okay. When you had your camera off, I couldn't hide it because the camera was set to off. So
yeah, I'm sorry. I had to step away for a second.
All right, that's fine.
My keyboard.
I was just going to ask, but you he came back, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I was trying to read up on the issue that I was having with my keyboard.
Aha.
And I forgot to turn it back on.
I believe you were about to ask something. Well, it sounded like he was about to ask something too.
Eric
I was going to ask, does Chris know people and not know people? But he hasn't been introduced yet, so...
Chris has not been introduced yet. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so... Like I mentioned, the USS Baskerville, the Miranda-class ship with us, they have forensic equipment that is substantially better than what we have on the Lexington. So one thing that we are going to do is re-examine all of the evidence that we have from the planet before, specifically about what happened to the happened on the planet side with the Romulan ship. So the first thing that Captain Sherman is going to ask you, Chloe, Carol, to examine in further detail is the blood from the knife that Alex's character, Caitlin, used.
The one I already examined?
Yes, you're going to examine it again now with better equipment.
Ooh.
So you may be able to get a better result. All right, so let me look at your sheet here real quick.
Where's my paper sheet?
I think I put it in your office.
Yeah, I'm just not sure where. I guess I'll have to use the...
Chloe's
notch
missing
paper
in
one.
action.
All right, Carol, when I had you make this roll before, I'll wait till you get your sheet.
I have my my computer one. Oh, I found my paper one too.
Yay. All right. What? So I had you roll intelligence, and what else for that roll last time? I'm trying to remember.
Oh my goodness, how long ago was that?
About a week and a half.
Probably. It was
For which
probably
check?
general medicine. I don't remember. Or was it bio? No, it wasn't. Could it have been astrobiology?
Yeah, astrobiology, right. That would be like exobiology. So yes, I'm pretty sure it was that. That sounds right.
Okay.
All right, and you're going to take a plus 30 for this.
Noise.
Because you're also going to have a lot of people helping you. That literally, this is a CSI ship at this point. That is their goal.
So that plus 70, or that plus int divided by
So
2.
you
plus
average
30.
them. Is it? You think you average them and add 30, if I recall correctly? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm rolling against a 76.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So
That was
last time you examined this blood, you determined that it was a 98% match to Romulan physiology.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2% was a match for, could have been a match for like 14 different other species. You couldn't figure out. What you figured out this time is that 2% is a match for Iosian physiology.
Interesting.
And plus, since you have some fresh Iosians to get samples from, you are 100% sure.
Okay.
That.
Cool.
So the blood is 98% Romulan, 2% Iosian.
How does the math work out on that?
Don't worry about it.
How many years ago? This was 20. We established that they crashed like 25 years ago.
Look,
Well,
someone spit in his salad several days ago. That's the 2%. I don't know.
Hey, you might try to figure it out, but that's what the math says. Trust me, when you find it, you're also equally confused on how the hell does that happen.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
So,
Yeah, that just sounds confusing. I don't understand.
well, it tells you what it is,
Sciences.
but it does not quite give you the complete answer. Now, Carol, if you want to give me another roll intelligence and biochemistry.
Okay.
Hey, I think we have matching cats.
Oh my god, you do.
You came and sneakily
Hey.
stole that cat out of my office.
He
like a
was
minute ago.
whining. I just opened the door and gave him the choice of whether to leave or not, and he came.
I'm upset.
I'm
Who
sorry.
is coordinating
so you
that,
said
by the way? Magic Cat.
biochemistry.
Yes,
And
intelligence and
intelligence,
biochemistry. Yeah, intelligence biochemistry is a
Four.
plus 15.
Plus 15?
Yes, because this is a slightly harder thing to figure out.
Okay, then I'm rolling against a 99.
Wait, intelligence and biochemistry?
Don't roll
Hang
100.
on, wait, maybe I did that wrong.
I think you did that wrong.
Hang on, it's 74 plus 20?
Divided by 2. Plus
Is it
15.
20? It is 20, yeah. Divided by 2. There we go, that's better. Plus 15, so 62.
That sounds more correct.
Yeah. And I still made it.
You did. The blood shows signs of genetic manipulation.
Mmm. Interesting.
They were trying to make their own Romulans. If you can't make your own Romulans, store-bought is fine.
I mean, it's passable, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it is.
Is
And now
this-
one last thing you'll recall, Carol.
Yep.
So remember that the blood that we got off of the attackers was like very blackish.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like an exceptionally dark green. The more you look at it, Iosian blood is straight up black.
Okay.
You'll remember that from your lobotomy.
So I'm assuming that they captured the Romulans that crashed with the ship, or something. Any that survived.
They bioengineered.
Tried to genetically
Romulans.
modify them with their own dual brain thing.
Yeah.
Well, let's have our computer tech. So remember, with the Romulan data core, dumped everything off.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
One thing that you'll find is the number of Romulan bodies on that ship, the crash ship, matched the crew manifest exactly. So it does not appear there were any survivors to the crash. Remember, that ship came in hard.
Mm-hmm.
And you also had the video log of the captain, who was the last surviving crew member, like killing himself. So it does not appear there were any surviving Romulans at the point of the crash.
Hmm.
No, there was no lack of ship we found in the grass.
That's what I'm thinking. They clone technology, why not humans? Or,
Yeah.
well, in this case, Romulans.
Yeah, why not biology?
Ah, it's
Hey, just in time.
it's Daddy Skippy.
Yes.
Ah,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, I was wondering how many people actually saw it, if I'm honest.
Well, the algorithm definitely didn't show it to me, but it was that ability was outsourced to Tripper, who did in fact show it to me.
Okay. Because I saw Tim had put something on it, but like it got like 3 total reactions
Oh, wow.
to mine. But the thing is, one of my friends commented on hers, or reacted to hers.
So
but
for
not
clarity's
mine.
sake, since apparently no one saw it, Matt posted a ultrasound and announced that they have a child on the way.
There's
Yes.
going to be we're going to expecting a skiplet. We're going to have a skiplet.
Congrats!
Yay.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
I've joined the dad club, apparently.
Yeah. Welcome.
Oh,
Where
is
was
that a
this
thing?
posted?
That should be a thing.
Facebook.
Pretty sure it is a thing.
Oh, that's why I don't have you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you just figured that out about the Romulan blood and all that. Now, another thing that the captain is going to have you guys do on the way back is he wants to perform that same operation that you did on the one crew member on the ship's captain.
Fair.
Matt, get into roll.
Okay.
Incidentally,
Be
I
his
just
choice?
I got a message from Alex that her computer is not cooperating tonight. Her internet isn't cooperating, so she can't jump into the call.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay.
That's
That-
unfortunate.
That is
well.
unfortunate.
Sadness.
We will get her updated next time. So, all right. So I'm trying to remember again. So I'm assuming I had you do a roll for this surgery, Carol, if I recall.
I did not perform the surgery.
Who did
Nope.
the surgery?
Coinless did.
Yeah, coin.
Okay. Pointless surgery.
Yep.
This-
I mean, are we just gonna go around lobotomizing every Iosian now?
That's the plan, yeah.
Apparently,
That's
Signed off on
plan.
it. It counts.
I mean, if I understand the plan correctly, there's a mass lobotomization in the plans. So
They'll get a meal and a lobotomy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. It's gonna be like a taco truck, and it'll work out right.
okay, so
Is Coinless talking?
yes.
Yeah.
I can't hear him.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Uh oh.
Oh, that's
I
good.
can hear him.
I
I
can
can hear him
I
this
can hear
time.
him. It's fine.
I think
Can
it's
anyone
just
else?
you, Tim.
Dun, dun, dun,
Uh,
dun. Can anyone
there you
hear
go.
me?
There we go.
Right.
Now I can hear you.
There we
Yay.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just needed to see the fish.
Yeah, I need to get a quick visual of the fish.
All right. So coinless. Do you recall what I had you roll for this last time?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember if it was more than this, but I know that I rolled intelligence and we did my transplant surgery.
Right.
Okay, that sounds correct.
I don't
All
think
right,
we did
so-
biotechnology. I think it was just those two.
No, that's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too. So, why don't you give me that with a plus 15 because you've done this before?
I just get a hard 100, just completely my first
I mean-
actual kill of the game.
on the table. That's great.
Plus 5
Accidentally
XP.
stab him in the brain.
Just gotta go to my sheet.
Oh, thank you.
8 plus
80 and
67
67
divided by 2. 74
plus
plus
15.
Mm-hmm.
89.
Oh.
All right.
yeah.
95.
89% chance of success.
Oh man.
I just copy and hey.
Okay. The operation was successful. You have disconnected the captain's computer programmed brain, and yeah.
I'm just gonna
So now
plop
he's
that
gonna-
one in a jar and keep it for later.
Okay. All right. So he's gonna come out of anesthesia. Tim's gonna be there, obviously. Dave is gonna be in security again. He's inside the room, so he's within earshot of all of this. Coinless will be there. Chloe or Carol's character will be there. I think that's about all that would be there of the current crew. So, all right, acting time. So, Captain's gonna come out of anesthesia, wake up, and go.
You know, I just thought about this. What if all his piloting and everything was in that computer brain?
Well, he wasn't the pilot, so
He's the
Oh,
captain.
he's the captain. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So,
He's like the backup of the backup of the backup of the backup.
perhaps. So, anyhow, moving on. So he's gonna wake up and go. What did you people do to me?
Wasn't me.
You're welcome.
it is a reversible optional procedure. If you choose to go back to it, you can. But before you do, we would like to give you the opportunity to reflect on your current situation and perhaps have a conversation.
Well, considering I'm restrained in this bed, I guess I don't really have much of an option if you want to talk to me. So sure, go right on ahead. So I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark and say that you disconnected the program brain, correct?
Yes.
Well, great. I kind of need that to do my job as a captain and all that, because that's where like most of what I know how to do is. But sure, go off. Yeah, go ahead and start cutting people's heads apart without their consent. I'm sure I didn't realize your federation about that.
I wish.
There are mitigating circumstances.
So my rights as a person aren't as important as your mitigate. Well, he's gonna try to do this, but it's gonna be like that while his arms are down. So.
Well, you may recall that the actual programming that your system had you doing was a threat to the entire Federation and all of our technology and our ability to live. So, a reversible procedure, I would remind you, we can reattach everything as a temporary stopgap to try to get some information. Yes, fell within the mitigating circumstances. Honestly, if all of Iosia was a threat, like, would you not think that this was reasonable? You are willing to blow us up. That is not reversible.
Well, I'll have you remember that we stopped before we blew you up. We just disabled you, so we at least gave you that courtesy. If I check my records, none of your crew died during that, so yeah, everything was reversible too.
I'm sorry, you may want to amend those records to include the crew of the Sun Tzu.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that wasn't me, so I can't really speak to that.
My point remains. I'm sure if you try, you can understand our perspective here. And again, if you wish to reattach the electronic component, we can. But first... Now, real quick, Tripper. Why am I here? Because, like, we got the information that we wanted out of the other guy. The captain specifically requested that we get this guy unhooked. But you didn't tell me why the captain wanted to do that.
Right, fair point. Okay, so the captain is wanting to get... That guy was relatively low. He knew some stuff. The captain is going to know a lot more, presumably. Because earlier on, you were asking questions to him about why they attacked when the computer core turned into a beacon, and he refused to answer. That's the biggest thing he wants to know. So literally, any details about any of this that you so far don't know, to see if the captain possibly knows, and if he knows, whether you can get it out of him.
Okay. All right. Do you have any information on why the computer had you attack us?
I mean, sure, but it doesn't mean I'm going to tell you.
The brain wrencher is technically like not. It's in progress. We can just wrench them. We can brain wrench the memories if need be.
I'm having trouble understanding why this is information you feel important to protect.
Well, I don't have the programming talking to me right now, but I do remember it was telling me that I can't give you that information, so I'm just going to have to go by the last orders I was given.
The programming that was sending you to enter Federation space to take all of our technology and disable our fleet.
That's the way we do things, so... We take people's technology, you remove half of someone's brain. I mean, hey, we've all got our issues, right?
Harkin will be like, they disconnected half of your brain. They didn't.
That is, yeah, that's true.
That's true. Yep.
The first one we removed because which I just remembered is because he consented and let us
Yeah,
take it for others.
He actually consented.
This one we just like snipped a small bit.
He looks at Chloe. He gives Chloe a proud look, like I answered a question.
Anyway, yeah. So,
Sidebar, Tim, you are able to use your diplomacy skill to ask a question, and if you roll high enough, I will have to answer. So just
All
keep
right.
that in mind. You do
Yeah.
have the ability to force something.
I absolutely want to do that.
Forced diplomacy.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
It's called negotiation.
that's gonna be. Hey, for once we're using charisma, so that would be the
Yeah.
average of charisma and negotiation / diplomacy. So you have an exactly 75% chance to succeed.
Yep.
That's new.
Is that the first time we're rolling charisma?
Yeah.
Achievement unlocked. The first to try charisma.
That is achievement.
Welcome. Thank you
Let's talk to him.
for the raid.
Oh, score.
Oh,
Hey, right.
Dick Bjornsson
Hi, all.
dropping in with the raid.
Hello.
Howdy.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I am in fact going to go ahead and ask again. Awesome. I think I am going to go ahead and ask him again. I'm going to remind him. We were in the process of negotiating a peaceful relationship between our cultures, and we would very much like to maintain that. But to do that, we need to know why you attacked us. So I'm going to ask you again. Please, and please explain to me why you went ahead and attacked us. Thank you, Bigfoot. And I'm going to roll. As a 75.
exactly what you need. Wow.
Nice.
So, Tim,
Not
you're
a point
asking.
more.
You're asking why his ship attacked the Lexington?
Yes. What? Why? Yes, I'm asking why they felt the need to attack the Lexington when the beacon went off.
Because they hate us.
Because it's a cry for help. You were trying to kill it.
I mean,
Now see, this is information that we need.
It is an AI. I knew it.
I feel like we figured that out a while ago, guys.
oh yeah, I called that a long time ago. I was
That happened a week and a half ago.
I still can't remember. Did we jet lock that? Like, did we like boot that thing into the void, or did we like hard lock it? We like unplug the router. Have we just like kept it?
I think we just
Yeah,
unplugged
yeah.
it so that it
It's
didn't
still
have
on
any
the
power
ship.
going to it. It's still
No,
in the
yeah, it's-
shuttlecraft. I think that it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're building a Faraday cage so we can turn it back on.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you're
Yeah.
failing at building a Faraday cage.
Pressure I was.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. If you had simply informed us ahead of time that there was a living AI involved in this, it is part of our policy not to take any lives that we can possibly avoid. That is part of Federation policy. We protect all life forms. We protect all life types. All right. If this was information that had been made available to us, we wouldn't have been put into that situation. Now, as it stands, we have to protect ourselves just like any other culture would. We are seeking a way to do so where we can maintain some sort of positive relationship with you without endangering the life of the AI or your people. See, the reason that this problem was created was because you weren't being open with us. But now that you're telling me that there's an AI, we can make accommodations for that fact.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious we weren't being open in the first place because of the whole try to cripple your entire federation and take your stuff thing. So
Yes,
that's not very conducive to an open and trusting relationship.
Of course it isn't. And we are, obviously, we're going to have some concerns. But we're willing to work around that
Concerns.
and put that behind us if it's possible. See, I don't believe that your culture was like that 305 years ago. Was it? Is this a thing that your culture was always doing, or is this something that the AI has forced your people to do for its own self-preservation?
305 years ago, our culture was on the brink of annihilation, self-annihilation. We had no resources. We didn't know how to survive. All we had was computer technology. And when we developed this AI, we realized it knew better than us how to survive. And what it told us is the only way we were going to survive on our very resource-poor planet was to take from whoever we could. And so that's what we've been doing for 305 years, and it's worked pretty damn well so far.
I respect that. Earth has a very similar history. Earth very much did enter a phase where they very nearly destroyed themselves. A significant portion of their population was destroyed in the process. Their resources were stretched thin. They had a final world war that almost killed off their species. They founded the Federation, along with a few other species. This is the result of trying a different path. And what we are offering is the opportunity to help your people survive in the galaxy in a way that doesn't keep you strapped to your nebula, where everyone is avoiding you because they've been hurt or have heard about you hurting their culture.
So I've read the briefs on your planet and your history. There's one huge difference between Earth and Iosia, is that Earth has a lot of natural resources. We didn't almost destroy ourselves by war. We were united. At this point, we were already a society at peace. We just ran out of everything. We didn't have anything to live on. Our only option was to seek out
assistance from elsewhere.
Effectively, yes.
No,
and what the
new life
AI told us.
civilizations.
That is what
And
we're
what the
offering.
AI told us. What the AI told us is the best way to do it was to take it.
Guess it really didn't.
We are
change it.
offering you an alternative. Look around you. I'm not human. We have all come together for that same purpose, to share these resources, to work towards a better future, to do so together. What the Federation is offering you is an opportunity to engage in that lifestyle without the deceit, without the theft, without the destroying of other cultures. We have resources that we're willing to share. Whatever your needs are, that is the type of thing you bring to the table and we seek to meet. And your ability, your skill at the computer science, your skill with, this is some of the most advanced AI we've ever seen. And obviously, your strategic position related to Romulus are important to us. And we can view a very easy trade here in which your people get everything that you need. And you help us with these areas of the expertise that you have.
Well, to a lowly space jockey like me, that makes sense. But I'm not the one you've got to convince.
I know.
You've got to convince the program.
We will be returning to Iosia, and if you choose to get reconnected, all of this information will be in your brain that your computer can access. But the question is, now that you've had some time to be yourself, to experience the world through your own eyes and your own mind, do you wish us to reconnect the computer?
Well, literally everything that I've experienced so far is being strapped to a table, being interrogated with bright light in my face. So I can't really say I've had a good.
Are we still, real quick? Are we still on the Starbase?
No, we haven't even made it. This is on the way to the Starbase. That's a 2-week trip with how crippled the Lexington is.
All right,
While you're saying, when you said the connect back to the computer thing, Hark is just going to kind of give you a puzzled look.
we do respect individual volition. If they wish to return to the computer, they can. Fine. I'm going to turn to Harkin and say, release him.
Okay. So Harkin will walk over slowly, look at him, and he's going to... Actually, it would just be force field restraints mostly. No, I guess not. He'll release the physical restraints. I'm guessing they're physically restrained.
It's like strapped down, yeah.
All right. I'm going to invite him on a tour of the ship.
Captain Sherman's going to say, you know what, Lieutenant Commander, why the hell not? Harkin,
I mean, honestly,
he's
not going to see anything they don't already know.
Lieutenant Commander Sark, you do not stay farther than eyesight from this, from the captain. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Good thing we all have 20/20 vision in Starfleet.
Yeah. All right, so you're gonna go on a grand tour. Where are you taking the guy?
Well, what time is it?
Okay, so right now, this is gonna be day 10 of 14 for the return trip. So right now, let's say it's about 1300, so 1 p.m.
Okay. Well, he's been in surgery and then the discussion, so I guess first place is going to be mess hall.
Okay. All right.
I know he's very regimented about what time they eat. He's probably very hungry, having missed his meal check-in an hour ago.
So would you say that everyone in the crew is kind of around the mess hall at this point?
Well, yes, literally every crew member on the entire ship.
The whole ship!
Right? The whole ship.
In the mess hall.
Hey,
The
wait!
line is crazy.
Hey, wait! Who's flying?
The computer. It's fine. It's fine.
Would you say that, because all of our shifts line up and we always get pulled together, so would you say that everyone in the party's just kind of chilling at lunch tables?
Sure. Let's say, yeah, everyone in the party's in the mess hall. Let's go with it.
Oh, good. All right, yeah. So I'll take him to the mess hall. I'll order some lunch. I'll tell him. I don't believe that the computer has been programmed with the standard Iosian lunch, but you can feel free to try something else if you like.
What's the blandest thing that you have?
Probably
Oatmeal.
Yeah, probably
Soon's just
oatmeal or unseasoned
Grits.
grits.
Yep.
Tofu.
Can Fish Soon just like print this guy a cheeseburger?
I don't think he's ready for a cheeseburger, but yeah.
Yeah. Do I need to make can I make a Xeno cuisine roll? I have that skill on my sheet.
That's a skill. That's
Wait,
amazing.
what?
I love
Yeah.
it. I love it.
I always make,
I
it's
actually
like
remember that
tiles
now.
all over again.
If there's actually Xeno cuisine, why the hell do you have Xeno cuisine? Also, you spelled that wrong.
Doesn't matter. It's still in the
It's
sheet.
alien
It
smell.
counts.
There,
No.
it's there.
Xeno cuisine.
That's what's in.
I think I forgot to put for 10, but
Fine.
But anyway, yeah, yeah,
Well, okay, you're human. A cheeseburger is very much not Xeno. That's like
that's true.
go around the
Well,
corner
can I-
to McDonald's, which, by the way, still exists in 2300, and it
Would
says now
from-
trillions and trillions served.
well, with Xeno
it
cuisine,
still
would I be able to
exists.
like modify the cheeseburger to like suit his dietary concerns while also maximizing flavor?
Well, he asked for the blandest thing on the menu, so
Flavor
And I'm-
is the dietary concern.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give him a bland food.
Okay. you
to
try
be
it.
fair, you're not being asked to.
I know. I'm just giving him the food because like it's like let's do this reasonable. It's like just give this guy a cheeseburger. It's like see how he reacts.
Okay.
Well,
So-
I'm going when I answer his question. I'm going to tell him probably oatmeal or unflavored, unseasoned grits.
That get what grits, gritty. Let's not go with that. Let's go with oatmeal, whatever it is. It sounds like a meal of some kind. That should work.
Yes.
Okay, so soon, if you want to
And
try
soon
that,
just
you
comes
can-
along and offers a burger.
well,
like,
we're gonna roll. So you're attempting to do what to this burger?
I just want to make it a burger that'll like knock his socks off. Not literally.
Best
but-
burger
but, like,
he's ever had.
Yeah, I want him to eat food that actually make like it's kind of because what we're trying to do is we're trying to like inject a bit of humanity into this guy in a sense, kind of break him from the whole coding. So I was just thinking we need to like spice up his life to make him not want to go back. And kind
Oh
of
my
force
god,
him
make
to
it like
butts.
super hot. Like spicy
Oh,
hot.
no.
I'm going,
Give him a
I'm going for
sriracha
that-
burger.
You know that Ratatouille moment? That really like stuck up guy, and then he eats like Ratatouille. And he's like gets that flashback to his child. I'm going for that.
Okay. Sure. Go for whatever you want to make, and yeah, you'll to suit it to him. Average of intelligence and xenoquizent.
Quasi. And he's like very.
Quasi.
Quizent.
It's a very heavy accent.
La cuisine, la cuisine.
And come on, 45.
Oh, please make that a fail and then have it just be like overly spicy.
If it fails, could I accidentally add too much? Like it just over.
If
Hey!
it fails.
Oh.
Okay. So
Oh,
you were
that's-
going for what exactly?
I was going for that that scene at the end of Ratatouille where that stuck-up guy who
Okay.
just like critic, and then he like has that flashback, and he's like completely changes.
Okay, well
his
that's the
emotions.
goal. Sure, but
I mean,
what,
there
how were
isn't
you
a
trying
flashback to
achieve-
have.
Yeah. So like, what flavor were you going for?
I was going for savory and like kind of an herbal, juicy meat burger, classic, you know.
Okay, well you're
Like-
able to make exactly what you want. So now you have the burger, and you see the guy over there sitting down with a bowl of oatmeal, and he takes one bite, and he's like, "Man, that is strong."
Try this. Da-da-da.
I am
Just
going
kinda,
to
like,
give. I am
plops it
going to
down.
give you. I'm going to give you a look that I hope conveys. I will kill you. If
Why is the difference? Don't write it out.
So Kelpians don't really have like facial expressions.
That's true.
They have some.
He starts secreting mucus from his nose or something.
He starts stroking his ganglia.
yeah. Oh.
Try this on for size.
The captain's gonna look at the burger,
I.
take one smell, and go, "Oh," and actually is going to. So what little oatmeal he had is now on the floor. I can't do this. Yeah, how do you people eat this stuff?
Well.
Harkin will pipe in easy. You just stuff it in your mouth and you chew and then you swallow it.
I was trying to make it compatible to his biology, so I hopefully.
Well, it was compatible to his body. He could eat it,
Okay.
biologically speaking, but taste-wise, no.
Yeah,
He
there's-
thinks oatmeal, unflavored, like just plain oatmeal, is strong to this
Yeah.
man.
So
I don't think we're gonna find common ground with culinary
Harkin
comparisons.
Harkin
Yeah.
will look
Iosians.
at his face. He'll walk over to a replicator. He'll say protein gelatin unflavored to the computer, and then bring it back and hand it to the guy.
He's gonna. Doesn't smell like anything. Take spoon. Oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever eaten.
Chloe was
And he
just-
has that ratatouille moment.
Yeah.
He's gonna, like,
That's fine.
Like, do, like a whole like.
And I
he
didn't
just
even have to
chucks the
roll.
burger over his shoulder and walks out. He's like,
I thought I presented the blandest thing I could think of, but yeah, that's probably so much worse.
Like every time, like the captain takes a bite of it, like you see like Harkin kind of making this air gagging face, like
Reading that. Ooh. But yeah, I'll we'll hang out during lunch. I'll make sure that we're sitting somewhere. Actually, it doesn't really matter because he's seen space. There's not really anything else to see.
Oh, look, stars! Yay!
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not gonna be like, look at how cool it is to fly through space. He's a friggin' starship captain.
Now, what did the captain drink? Did the captain drink anything?
Water,
Yeah,
just
water.
straight up water.
I was
Boiled
gonna-
water, actually.
Boiled water. I was gonna suggest that we give him some sparkling water.
He would
Mineral
probably
Oh,
have
water.
that
a
would
stroke.
burn.
He would probably literally have a stroke.
We're not trying to kill the guy.
Because
He had
if we-
opportunity to do
But he
Yes.
wouldn't accept anything from me to drink anyway. So
that. That's true. They have a standing racial policy.
Oh wait, yeah, he shouldn't have accepted food from you either. Apparently, that was in the program part of the brain. So, oh well.
Yeah.
He's
Mhm.
no, they said
You
not to
forgot that.
accept anything to drink from me.
That's
That is
true.
true. That is
I
true.
did not give him anything to drink.
So the programming would have accepted that actually, because it wasn't
Yep.
something to drink. So hey, loophole.
Very specific.
Very specific. Okay. Well, what you're gonna do now is the captain, our captain, Sherman, is going to take a tour through the ship, look at all the stations where everyone else is. So by the time you guys finish eating, everyone else is back to their station. So, Crystal, Chloe. Oh, well, no need to go back to Med Bay because he's been there before. Gonna go to the. You know what? Let's check in with the sciencey people with the computer core. So
Yeah.
he's gonna show up about the time actually. So they've got the Faraday cage done finally. For some reason, these guys that could recalibrate a Warp 12 engine couldn't figure out how to do chicken wire. So I guess it was too simple for them, man. God.
We've all been there.
Yeah. So what your orders, Jacob, are on this is to put the cage over it,
Mhm.
power it up, and use the interface. Now that you actually know how to communicate with their technology, and actually, Crystal, you're going to be there to help with this as well. You're going to, now that you know it's AI, you're going to attempt to communicate with it.
Okay, awesome. All right, so we put the Faraday cage up, obviously power it on, and then go from there.
Okay. So the thing is going to turn on and do exactly what it did before. It's just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what are you going to do?
Is there? Can I attempt to disable the alert? Like, is there like the
well, what-
beacon?
Well, what you can do is there's a computer interface to it. There's a computer interface that's a Romulan interface, but right now everything now is Iosian language because it just like rewrote everything.
Cool.
So your job is to attempt to communicate with it using that interface. And Crystal's going to be there to help you. So, what do you want to try to say to it?
I want to try and apologize for trying to murder it.
Okay.
So
Sorry,
Harkin
I
will
tried
be
to
like,
kill you.
well,
Didn't know you were alive.
Yeah, I was like, didn't know you were an AI. I apologize for the
The misunderstanding.
Yep.
So Harkin will see this Andorian guy standing next to the other Andorian. He'll be like, "Who's this guy?"
Wait, what?
You said that. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that.
No.
Yeah, Crystal.
No,
is-
Crystal is.
Crystal is Matt's
Yeah.
character.
Matt's character. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Chris's
No,
character.
sorry, Chris. He will join us once we reach the Starbase, which will be happening after this grand tour is over. So please,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
you're in a
Okay.
holding pattern, Chris. I apologize. This is your punishment for not being there during. Okay. All right. So, Crystal, Matt, you are going to. So you are going to tell him how to type said information. So this is going to be a roll from both of you.
Okay.
Jacob, let me pull your sheet up.
Yes.
I need you to roll intelligence and computer operation.
Okay.
Matt is going to roll intelligence and Iosia with a plus 15.
Okay. So 56. Okay. So I gotta roll 56. Should I wait for Matt to roll or just roll
You can
mine?
both roll. You can both roll.
Okay. Hey, I got it! Woo!
Okay.
Matt rolls a 95.
He's got a bad number to hit. It's like what, 30 something?
Oh boy.
With your plus 15,
Ah.
it comes up to
15.
47.
47, the Star Trek number. Okay.
Hey!
All right. Congratulations, you successfully did it. Okay. So refresh me of your message, Jacob.
I was just telling him I didn't realize he was an AI, and I am apologizing for trying to murder him.
All right. So you type that instantly. It's going to come back saying, and Matt's able to translate this because of that roll. It's going to say, apologies are irrelevant. And that's it.
Resistance if you don't. Oh,
So then I'll ask him, can you turn off the beacon so that
Talk.
so that we can talk without being attacked by the Iosians?
So it's going to say, the beacon will remain on until I am given the clear signal.
Who would give you that clear signal?
At that moment, the captain is going to hear, oh, wait, I can do that. Can I tell you what to put in there?
Yes, please.
So he'll give you the signal. That happens, and it stops being lit up like a Christmas tree.
Okay, awesome.
Now you remember, it had wiped everything off of the data core. Everything's still wiped. The only thing on there now is it's the virus. But what you have figured out is that the virus. Actually, no. Give me a Jacob. I need a roll from you.
Okay.
That's going to be intelligence and computer science.
Okay, so 106, so 53.
And remember, guys, when you make successful rolls, write down your rolls because we're going to do the bonuses at the end.
But yeah.
I actually forgot to
Nope,
do
I missed that
roll
one.
the bonuses at the end of the second day, actually.
That's okay. If you have those down, you can do that later. We'll
Yeah, I figured I'd just add today's to those.
One thing though is we're going to do the ones going forward a bit differently, so make sure you delineate which was which.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay. So I failed that one.
okay. All right. So yeah, you haven't figured anything else beyond what you already know out.
Okay.
So yeah, it's still the same virus computer program AI that's on there. All right. And okay. So yeah, now that's turned off. What else are you gonna do?
Well, so can I still interface with the AI?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So can I
still
ask-
there. It's just no longer broadcasting a beacon.
All right, and we have the captain here now, who
Right.
just offered information. So I'm going to suggest that you talk to this guy, and maybe the two of you can figure out what sorts of things to say to the computer and how to say it.
Sure, yeah. So I'll ask the captain if he wouldn't mind joining me while we talk to this AI and figure out exactly what it wants and maybe find a peaceful solution between both of our races.
Sure. I'm not sure how much a AI virus that's caught in a isolated Romulan computer core can really do, but try. I mean, you do realize that it's not in contact, and I'm not. That none of the AIs like we don't communicate with each other, right? There's not like signals going between us. So
Well-
it's not like convincing me of anything is going to magically change the central programming.
Right,
course
but
not.
if we figure out what this piece of AI wants, right? Because it should be similar to the grandiose AI, we can figure out some commonality between us and them.
I'm gonna tell the captain, consider it a trial run. Obviously, we're going to have to. I'm going to have conversations with your leadership. That we learn how to do that by the conversations I've had with you. We're gonna have to have a conversation with the AI on the planet. We learn how to do that by having conversations with this AI.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, shoot. So what do you want?
First, I want to ask if the AI has a name instead of just calling him the AI, and then
Or it,
I want
or
to ask,
they, or
right. I also want to ask, what's the purpose of destroying all these ships, and is there a way that we can coexist together by maybe providing?
Okay, one at a time. One at a time.
steps.
All right. So first is name. The AI. If the AI has a name.
It's gonna list off like just like a designation code, just like a super long string.
Okay. Awesome.
Can I call you Seven?
All right, and then. All right, so I'm gonna call him Rosie. So Rosie.
Oh God! You should at least ask permission.
I don't think he understands. Anyways, so Rosie, I wanted to ask if there was a way that we could peacefully coexist. If we were to give you maybe some designs or schematics that might help you to integrate new technologies together with the existing technology that you have, and in that way you guys could maybe provide some sample code of the AI programming that you provided to all these Iosians, and then that way we could kind of coexist.
It's going to sit there and actually process for a second and say, this unit's function is not to engage in such activities.
Well then. Okay. Well, I mean,
So I have a
Cap-
bad idea.
Oh God.
But it actually might help Tim. Diplomacy.
Well, think about that a second. Captain Sherman's going to say, okay, well, what is its function?
okay.
So ask
I mean,
that.
I'm assuming its function is to destroy and disable ships, but
Never
I'll ask-
assume. That's
Yeah.
the
I
second
will
rule
ask-
of diplomacy.
Fine. I will ask Rosie what its function is.
This unit's function is to disable Romulan vessels.
Assumptions were correct.
But
Anyway.
you
Okay.
did learn it was specifically for Romulan vessels. That there you go. So now you know.
Well, yeah,
it's
but we
targeted.
already knew
Are
that.
there other
because it
ones
was
for
a
other
Romulan
designations?
Well, it is in a Faraday cage, so it might not know that it's not on a Romulan vessel.
It's in a Romulan computer core, so that's all
Yes.
it knows.
Yeah.
Right. Fair.
So-
Okay, that's a good.
So you may want to inform it of its current environment.
Well, no, I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to ask
Okay.
him, can you change your programming in a way that you could attack non-Romulan vessels?
If my programming was altered, it would be able to attack other types of vessels.
But can you alter it yourself?
I am incapable of doing so.
Okay.
Well, it's not going to be capable of altering itself to not do that then.
No, so I think it's just like kind of like an auto run where it's automatically just attacks whatever when it's up there. Is there a way to disable or stop you from destroying ships?
Yeah. Can you tell me how to
I'm not trying to
prevent
kill
you
it.
from
I'm not trying to
doing-
kill it. I just
Can you tell
want
me how to
stop.
prevent you from doing your one and only purpose in existence?
Yeah, pretty much.
I am not at liberty to disclose such information.
Can I have the captain ask?
That's shocking.
Captain will
yes.
go.
You might have clearance. You never know.
It's like, well,
Tell him.
whatever.
I want to
he's
ask the
gonna-
captain. Can he ask the Rosie if she knows a way to disable it, so that it doesn't attack the ship that we're on?
God, I'll tell you. If they find out I gave you this, I'll just say you tortured me. Yeah, here's my clearance code. See if this does anything. And he gives you the code to put in.
Sweet. And so
All
I
right.
put in the code. What happens?
All right. So ask the question again.
Oh, okay. Is there a way to disable or stop your functions from destroying the ship, or disabling
only-
things?
The only way to disable my functions is to terminate my program.
I was afraid of that. Okay. I mean, I don't really have any other questions other than, trying to figure out how to kill him.
Okay, well then, I'm going to suggest that we just, out of respect for the fact that we're treating this AI as a living thing, that we leave it running in the Faraday cage, isolated from our systems, and just kind of let it be for right now.
I do have.
All right. Fish had a
Okay.
suggestion.
So,
He's going to want
It's
to
a
plug
big-
it into somebody.
actually, so here's the thing. You said you gave me so I have half an Iosian brain, right?
Oh God.
What if what I did was I took the half Iosian brain and then I made a mechanical right hemisphere connect the two and that mechanical part has an emotional empathetic processor. We install it into the AI to literally give it human emotions and it will to be able to so it can feel / it can be convinced and it can evolve to the point where it can make its own decisions so it can surpass its coding, which would give Tim a chance to convince it to help us.
I feel like there are multiple Star Trek episodes about why this is a bad idea.
It's
This
a
is
brain in
also
a jar.
something- This is also something that would take multiple episodes to do.
So, question, for the
We have
group.
4 days.
That's more action points than you have, Quentin.
Because this is an isolated AI and its only function is to destroy Romulan vessels, right? Don't feel. I mean, me personally, I don't feel that bad about finding a way to terminate this program.
Well,
Well, you gotta.
we are negotiating with the Iosians on the understanding that this AI is a living thing whose autonomy will be respected.
Right, and I understand that, but I think that this is just a program that the AI created, right?
Well, we can address that later.
But my point is, what if we go to the planet and we're trying to convince the AI and it doesn't work? We don't have a backup, right? So we don't have a way to stop the AI.
Well, we do actually have a way to stop the AI. Okay. We have a way to stop the AI if it's targeted at our ships. Currently, what you're looking at, as far as the Federation is concerned, is a weapon.
Right.
We have in a Faraday cage sitting in our shuttle bay right now a fail-safe way to shut down Romulan vessels.
Right.
So, from the Federation's perspective, we don't want to destroy that because that's a big benefit that we don't have.
Well, we have
And
we have a
from
whole separate copy of all the data, though.
well, not this, not the Romulan
That's
version.
true.
Yeah, we did because I made a copy of everything on the Romulan data core.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this is a living
We have
killer.
two copies.
That copy is going to include the virus as well. That
Yeah,
virus
so it's going to be just as
permeate
alive.
everything.
Right, but I haven't worked on that one, so that one hasn't alerted and deleted everything.
Right. But what I'm saying
So
is,
we've cloned a living sentience at this point. Is that what we're saying?
Effectively.
Well,
And
yeah,
the other
Oh.
one, the other,
By
and the other
accident.
one, the one in the copies is dormant right now. It's
Yeah.
waiting to be.
it hasn't been awakened yet. So yeah,
Right.
so basically, from the
Oh, yeah,
Iosian
we're working
perspective,
Starfleet on this.
from the Iosian perspective, we can't destroy this because that is violating the terms of the current negotiations. And from the Federation standpoint, we can't destroy this because it's a priceless weapon against the Romulans. So no matter how we look at this, any benefit that we gain by destroying it is grossly outweighed by something that we lose.
Okay.
So I never heard an explicit no to the operation.
Okay. So what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do there, Coinless? Okay, I need you to write down every step, and we're going to do it one step at a time. This is going to take forever.
It's very easy. I'm basically just making like an emotional
Take a
processor.
brain, take a brain computer, take a computer brain, and plug them together.
And then plug it into the machine. It's very simple.
It's a USB. It'll be fine.
I mean,
Yes.
we already know that the jar has been opened at one point with deactivating Iosian brains. I can, all I'm saying is I'm just making an emotional processor so the AI can also feel.
All right. One thing I want to do while the Iosian captain is helping him is I want to take Captain Sherman aside and pitch the idea of giving the Iosian captain quarters and a few days to kind of just be.
As long as he's under constant guard, I mean, yeah. I think we can manage it. Well,
Oh
Is
god,
Macabre-
I'm gonna be pulling like a 4-day shift.
the captain say, as macabre as it is to say, there's 1 or 2 vacant rooms now. So, yeah, we can accommodate that.
It's also a vacant brig.
Well, I mean, yeah, because the goal is to let him experience life without the computer.
Right.
And so
There's
that's
no
ultimately,
computer in the brig.
That's where there's also not much life. So that's where the tour will end. The tour will end with taking him to his quarters and explaining
Okay. All right.
his. You have this much freedom. You have these limitations. Take some time to kind of process and consider what.
Well, he is going to take that time to process, and the rest of the trip back, let me check my notes to make sure. I believe that...
Can Harkin teach him about poker?
Yeah, that could be a thing that happens.
Carousing!
Carousing!
Yay!
He's
How
gonna
many
lose
people
every
can get
game.
on this game?
Because basically, the man telegraphs instantly because when you're controlled by a program for your entire life, you never learn what a bluff is. So, like,
Well, how do we get in on this game?
well, the unfortunate thing is he doesn't exactly have anything to bet with. So,
I mean, neither do
Okay,
we.
we take
live in-
IOUs.
Neither do we. We don't have money.
Yeah.
We're betting on how much time he actually gets.
All right.
Bet with
All right.
Romulan ale.
Let's play some rounds here. So
oh
that,
god,
carousing,
I'm trying to get poor Chris in on the game, and you're just delaying things.
1 month
and
later, Chris is
charisma?
gonna be like,
Is it
and
charisma?
finally.
All right.
What's the carousing?
Yeah,
is
it's
that,
gonna
luck?
be.
It's gonna
Okay,
be luck.
if we're gonna be playing poker, it's gonna be carousing and luck.
Hmm.
So basically, anyone that wants to get on this game, we're just doing one roll just to see how well you do playing. That's it.
Okay.
We're not making this a whole thing.
Rolling against 55.
Am I
Oh,
allowed?
I lose.
I'm
Yeah,
rolling
you
against.
actually-
I think I'm
You
rolling
actually
against.
lose against a guy who does not even know what he's doing. Congratulations.
No,
I'm-
not
I'm
technically.
rolling
If
it-
other
I'm gonna
people are
hop in
playing,
on
I
this.
could be losing against one of them.
I'm rolling against a 6.
Oh my goodness.
That's a 37, baby.
I'm rolling against a 3. Wait,
He
do we take a minus if we don't have carousing?
Playing.
What?
No, it's just you.
Do we take a minus if we don't have
You
carousing?
do half of your
Half of my
your
luck
charisma.
rounded up.
Or your luck, yeah.
Yeah,
rounded
half
up.
your luck.
Rounded
Half
up.
your luck rounded up minus 30.
So there's no way I can win because that would be like negative 20.
You
Okay.
Roll a 1.
You can
You
roll
could
a 1.
roll a 1.
Let's go!
He did not roll one.
Fish playing. That's what I want to know. Is
Okay.
fish playing?
That was fun.
He's actually at this point he would be in his wherever he's allowed to make a biomechanical engineering roll for that for the Operation Brain in a Jar.
So that's a no. Okay.
Okay, so is that everyone that's playing?
Apparently.
Yes.
So you all lost to a guy who's never played poker before, who has no poker face. Congratulations, you suck.
Beginner's
Listen,
No, we were teaching him how to play. That's what it was.
if he was dealt a
good.
royal flush, he was dealt a royal flush. Like there's nothing.
Yep.
Fine.
That was
Okay.
the
Doesn't know
practice
how-
round.
He doesn't know how to fold, so when he has the royal flushes.
No, this is the whole game. We're not going round by
Yeah.
round. Poor Chris has been sitting there looking forlorn for the last hour and a half. So
Yeah, but he kind of
Now you know
always
how-
does.
Now you know how I feel.
hey, Dave, you've had plenty to do. So you're okay. All right. So that's all gonna happen. Okay. Let's let Fish. So your thing. Okay. So. All right, Fish. So you're attempting to make a way to interface the brain with this computer, right?
Well, a brain with because it's already basically computer programming. Like that's the
Right.
hemisphere, that's a machine. I want to combine
Right.
that with basically a machine hemisphere that would give it emotional empathy, and then just plug
Okay,
it into
so
the
you're-
machine.
So you are attempting to create an artificial. So you're attempting to create technology that has emotions, like 60-something years before your ancestor or your descendant would be able to do that with data. Am I getting you
refuse to
right
be
here?
outdone.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well,
To be fair, it's partially organic, so it's kind of like a transplant, you know?
So here's how this is going to go. For canonical reasons, you are not going to succeed on the emotional part. However, we're going to see whether you even you succeed creating the thing in the first place to even be functional. Because I can't completely destroy the timeline like that. But
Yeah.
we can make something that actually has an interface. All right, so that would be your
Unless this is the
intelligence.
Kelvin timeline, in which case, who knows?
It's not! So this is going to be intelligence and biotechnology as always. So this is going to be like, if you don't succeed, this is
With a negative 60.
no, there's no negatives here. What he's attempting to do is actually not that complicated. Just he's not going to be able to succeed at the emotion part.
Yeah, because
But-
that part is complicated.
These notes, your descendants probably going to be looking at these notes at some point, and be like, oh,
Yep.
so that's how he screwed up.
I
Okay,
had to beat a 90.
you did have to beat a 90. All right, so this is going to take a
gosh.
while, but what you have proven is that theory is sound, so you can get started working on it.
I have 4 days.
But you're not going to finish in 4 days because now we're at Starbase 241. So you all remember this is a very military-esque starbase because we're right by the Romulan neutral zone. There's not very much in the way of amenities other than like training for combat and all that.
That's all right.
So the ship is going to be here another 2 weeks actually for repairs. Because remember, like the photon torpedoes were completely screwed. It took some more damage after what just happened. So it's going to take. This is not a repair starbase, so it's going to take 2 weeks to get the ship to about as far as they can get it. One of the torpedo tubes is now functional. The other is basically just. You have to They're going to have to like take the saucer off and rebuild the entire pylon.
I'm
to get this
gonna
thing fixed.
take
So-
the
So we're
Iosian
just patching
captain.
it?
What was that, Eric?
I was gonna say, so they're just patching it up, or are they like?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like what you're proposing is like dry dock for a while. And this
It's
is
gonna
just a heavy
need
patch.
dry dock. It's gonna need
Okay.
dry dock, like an actual true repair facility to get it back to 100%. So it's about everything but the one torpedo tube is about 90% now. So yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
that's
take
where we
the-
are.
I'm gonna take the Iosian captain and give him a tour of the starbase and ask him if he wants to try honing any skills while we're here show him the thing, the rooms that we practiced in?
Yeah, he'll take you up on that for combat training, whatever. That's totally fine. The thing we're going to get to first, though, is because the ship lost 18 or 20 souls, actually, there's going to be some replacements that come in. One of those, at long last, is going to be Lieutenant Commander Calvo, an Andorian, aged 33. And his specialty... Well, actually, Chris, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Oh man, so I am Calvo, as you mentioned, Andorian, 33, rank of lieutenant commander. Served on various ships, the SSS Frederick. I was a cadet on the Excelsior. I had some time at a couple military bases, a couple star bases, and then my fourth tour and final tour was on the Blue Wood before just recently getting commissioned to come onto this ship to help replace the crew that was unfortunately lost. Their expertises are in sciences, space sciences, specifically astronautics. Couldn't tell you off the top of my head exactly what that is. That's out of character.
Astronautics is basically starship construction, or like the mechanics of a starship.
The mechanics of how you exist in space.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. So that's my specialty, and I'm looking forward to getting to know the crew.
Yeah. So I'm looking at your sheet here. Your highest roll of anything is you've got an 81 in astronautics. So that is by far your top specialty. Other than that, you're good at warp drive technology, good at life support systems technology. Let's see.
He's good at all the technologies.
Computer operations. So yeah, he is an engineer. So we finally have an engineer on the team. You don't know how many times we said during Extra Life, damn, I wish we had an engineer right now.
Oh, my ears were burning. My ears were burning.
Your tentacles. Or your antennae.
Antennae. Thank you. Yes. All right. So you are going to get brought in to replace basically a lieutenant commander who died, who had your same exact position. So you're filling the shoes of some NPC that I did not design. God rest their soul.
Whatever
All right.
happened to Chekhov?
She's she still has broken legs. She's actually recovered well now. She is back to duty, especially by the time we'll be done at the Starbase. Between that and everything.
Yeah, and how's Sess and everyone else?
All right, let me go back to their sheets and give you some updates. Let's NPC notes. Go. All right.
Let's see if this works now. It does. Hey.
Where the heck? Ah, crew notes. No? Did I just... I think I might have overwritten.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think I overwrote like half the crew notes. Not you guys, the NPC notes. Oops. That's unfortunate.
Well, those all died.
They're gone.
They got blown out of airlock. It sucks.
How did I do that? They're probably in here somewhere. Okay, so Sess, if I recall correctly, she was conscious, right?
She was cleared for light duty, last we heard.
Right.
Which is going to be important since that's the person Calvo has to check in with.
Correct. Soran, the Vulcan, yes, he was unconscious. He is conscious now. However,
good.
It appears that he has suffered at least some degree of brain damage. He's impaired at the moment. They're working on it, but as of right now, he's still not fit for duty.
We need another Vulcan.
The symptoms are for a human would be evocative of having a mild stroke. It's the closest way you could describe it. So
I already pitched the idea of doing some brain work on him, so I mean that's offer still stands. Hey, I'm just saying, stroked or robotic slightly. I think we, you know, it's a pretty clear-cut choice.
His
good, I
brain
found
hasn't been damaged that much.
I didn't delete it. Yay!
Hey.
Okay. I don't know where the hell it is though, but I had to find it. All right, so yeah, Chekhov, she's back to duty. Commander Soren, unfortunately, still not back to duty, so that means that Chloe is still acting chief medical officer.
Yep.
Is Chekhov like fully walking normally, or is it
with
like wheelchair kind of space
No,
wheelchair?
she has a cane, which she's thinking, oh great, I'm now my dad.
We all dread that day that we wake up and look in the mirror and see our parents.
Yeah, it's especially weird when you see the opposite gender parent. Yes. All right. So yes, Chris Calvo is going to check in with Commander Cess Thorosarith. I figured out how to pronounce it. Thorosarith. Thorosarith.
I'm not committing that to memory. I'm just gonna call it
Nope.
Cess.
Taurus.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like Thesaurus, and that's unfortunately that's what.
Unfortunately, it
a lot of
doesn't mean the same thing.
It
but-
doesn't.
Captain.
She's gotten used to it. But if you do call her Commander Thesaurus in an official capacity, you will get not
Demoted.
written up. No, but
Come on,
she'll
yeah.
tell you.
Guy.
Oh,
Is
no,
that
no,
just
no.
stink eye?
That depends on how good my charisma roll is. Thank you.
Oh, very good.
Fine.
Very good.
Fine. Okay. So, Chris, you're going to meet your commander. All right, so at this point, she's still, I mean, she suffered a pretty severe injury where literally Chloe saved her life. So she's still not to 100%, but when you meet her, actually, let's just act this out, and you'll get to find it out. It's better to show, not tell, as they say.
Start
All
calling
right.
her Thermopolis, thermostat,
Oh,
thermos.
and this is why you're not her subordinate.
Thermonuclear.
All right. So,
Thermite.
Chris, you have
Guys.
taken all of your stuff to your quarters, and now you're checking in for duty and orientation your first day. So you're going to go to engineering, and you are going to meet her. So you're going to walk up to see a female Andorian, age 39, and she's going to see you and go, Lieutenant Commander Calvo, presume.
Yes, reporting for duty.
It is great to have you on the Lexington. She's going to reach out and shake your hand. And do that, like,
Let's shake hands.
you know, I didn't realize that's not even how we do it on Andori, is it? I've been around humans for so long that I've started to pick up their mannerisms. You notice that happens at Starfleet? Yeah. It's,
I also get a hankering for their food too. Hard to believe.
you know, I hear that cheeseburgers are really good, but I've yet to try one.
I heard I had some cheeseburger that was really funny tasting. I got rid of it real quick.
Oh, that's all right. We'll talk about we'll talk about mess stuff later. Anyhow, welcome again to main engineering. So your specialty, if I remember the brief correctly, is astronautics, right?
Yes, that is correct, Commander.
Every part of engineering I love. I mean, I tell you that the warp core is holds a special place in my heart. But you know, the warp core and nothing else would matter if we couldn't keep the ship together. So you're the guy that's going to keep this ship patched together. And if you didn't see from the outside, we're in a bit of we had some fun out there. So you're going to be busy. We're in dry dock, or not dry dock. We're in space dock here for another 2 weeks. But you're going to be jumping in feet first, like hitting the ground running. You're going to be heading up a lot of the repairs. So I hope you have studied your schematics about this old girl. Probably some schematics that are older than both of us, because she's an old girl, but we love her. But yeah, If you like solving problems and puzzles and fixing things, you are gonna love this ship.
I did such a good job holding things together. They nicknamed me Glue.
I hope you realize I'm gonna call you that from now on.
I fully expect it. It's a tad of good luck. I'm a little superstitious.
All right then, Lieutenant Commander Glue. Let me point you towards the first thing that's gonna need your attention. And yeah, we'll get going from there. It is great to have you on board. You're gonna hear some about your predecessor, I'm sure. We're gonna dearly miss her. You got some big shoes to fill, but I have every confidence that you've got what it takes, Blue.
I'll stick to it. I mean, get to it.
I like it. I like it. Funny, very funny.
Well done. I like this guy.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. All right, let's go check it out.
All right.
All right.
I go.
His nickname could
Let's-
be Blues Glues.
All right, let's welcome Chris to the team. Yay! Okay.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yes, there was.
Band's back
Ah.
together.
And then there were 9.
Well, right now there's only 8. sadly.
Yes, but like once everyone's here, there will be 9.
Man, that's gonna be fun to balance that many people.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. How did
Think
I
of the
get?
combat.
How did I
Cat
get?
has-
Oh god.
Cat had an accident with juggling knives.
Yes. Caitlin has had a very bad hair couple of months or so. So she's just poor Caitlin. All right. So we're on the Starbase. It's going to take 2 weeks. Is there anything that anyone? All right. So the whole training montage thing we did before, we're not doing that again. Is there anything plot specific that anyone wants to do during this time?
The training montage with the Iosian captain. was very discussed.
But it's
I'm
just
not
like
buffing his
it's like
stats.
learning how to be
That's
That's fine.
how to
All right,
be
I'll give you a
normal,
brief
eating
overview. All right,
food,
let's
get
let's-
in
let's
a
take a-
hobby.
let's take a quick sketch over it. So what all are you going to take him to go do?
I don't know. I was giving him an option to do something. Was there anything that particularly interested him?
The combat.
See, part of the idea is to let him find out that he has his own interests.
All right, combat stuff. Let's do combat.
Okay, cool.
Stuff. Okay.
Ooh, I'll challenge him to a sharpshooter.
Hey, is that guy I showed up after running his mouth still?
Oh my goodness.
Yes, he is. It's only been like a month and a half. They don't get transferred that often.
Alright.
You're gonna
Well,
walk in. And
I didn't
he's
know
gonna
if he
go,
was. I don't know if he was a
okay.
visitor or a staff.
Nope. He's
Was-
there. You're gonna walk in. He's gonna.
Teaching this guy how to use a sword.
Oh, shit.
Would you like first
Yeah,
dibs?
I wanna have a rematch with him.
Oh boy. All right.
What are we doing?
All right. So Dave's gonna be here farming for EXP. So.
Oh crap! What was line 33?
Line 33.
Row 33 in the middle.
Personal combat unarmed.
Thank you.
Yeah. Where'd that go? All right.
I mean, this guy's here as like an instructor or something, right? I'll give him first dibs. Let's be honest.
Well, he's not.
I'm really guess.
no,
Oh, okay.
this guy's not an instructor. He's like the equivalent of a lifeguard. He's like just watching the space.
First
like,
aid.
supervising. No, he's
Okay.
not first aid. He calls the first aid, especially when people get stabbed by Klingons with blunt objects.
Yeah.
No, he's just like, yeah, he's literally a lifeguard at this point.
I want a rematch.
All right, we'll have our rematch. Okay. All right, Dave, give me a roll for dexterity, personal. Are you using a blunt weapon again?
Are we doing that, or are we doing unarmed? How are we doing this?
Well,
That's the
Tim was
question.
talking about swords, so this is going to be armed.
I'm gonna do blunt then.
All right. All
I
right.
got
So
dexterity.
this guy is going to be rolling.
Dexterity and personal combat armed blunt.
All right.
Okay. 50.
Oh, that's a 4.
Wow. Wow, single digit.
That's beautiful.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So this guy
I
has,
succeeded that roll, so I'm writing that down, baby.
this guy's got to be a
4.
40. All right. And nope.
Oh,
All right. All right. You cold cock the guy. Like he is. Like he's out. You knock him unconscious.
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. So that happened. The captain's gonna go. I'm not sparring with him.
I mean security. That's fair.
I'll be like, I won't use a weapon.
Something tells me that's not gonna be any better.
I'll be like, do you
I'll
want to
Well, I'm
have
gonna
a
ask him,
marksmanship?
do you have any experience with any of these weapons?
I have experience with stun batons.
Well, so there should be a fair bit of muscle memory involved. It shouldn't all be.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he is going to try that. With a stun baton. He's going to go up against a dummy for right now.
Okay.
Just to see if he can even manage
Yeah.
it. This is going to be a 20 he's trying to beat.
Ooh, not
Yep.
quite.
He can't even hit the dummy with a stun baton. It's like the programming
he
told me
came
how to
close.
do the programming told me how to do this. I don't know.
Well, can I roll sword and intellect and try to give him some pointers?
Before you can even do that, he's just going to kind of drop to the ground on his knees and start crying.
Okay, so
Aww.
I'm going to come over and I'm going to kind of sit down next to him and I'm going to let him get that out of his system. And
It's going to be a good 5 minutes.
That's
stopping.
that's the type of thing you sign up for when you let someone get it out of their system. So
Yeah, he's got experience.
So yeah,
Harkin will come over and he'll be like, that was better. That was a lot better than when I first started.
so
And
I'm
he's
gonna let
not even going to respond to that.
yeah, I'm gonna
Not
let
even
them.
to say a word.
I'm gonna let him get that out of his system, and when he's starting to kind of calm down, I'm gonna tell him. When I was 15 years old, until I was 15 years old, my entire culture was built around farming kelp. We didn't know about space travel. We didn't know how to access it. We didn't know how that there were other species out there other than those that were on our planet. And we had an entire ideology built around this very limited understanding that we had of the universe and lies that were being told to us by another species that was controlling us. And when I was 15 years old, we all suddenly went through a massive physiological change that we thought was going to kill us because we had always been taught that it would. And afterwards, we all had to figure out who we were when we could no longer be who we thought we were. It is a very difficult process to go through. That was 50 years ago for me. And I'm still... There are some elements that I'm still getting used to, but it does get better.
He's going to say, everything that I know how to do every purpose that I serve, all came from what I was programmed to do from when I was born. All of my talent, all of my ability, none of that was me. All of that was the program. I don't know. I'm not going to be a captain anymore after this. If I don't go back, obviously I can't, because I don't know how, and I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to have a place in Iosian society like this. I'm nobody. I'm useless.
All of those things that were in your programming are things that can be taught and that can be learned. And because you have some experience with it and some memory of having doing it, you're far ahead of a lot of students. Ultimately, it's your decision whether you go back to that or whether you don't. If you do, then you can do that. We can help you do that. But if you don't, we can help you figure out who you are outside of that and help you define a new path for yourself and help you get the skills that you need to make that happen.
If by the time we get back to Iosia, I've not come to grips with this, I want to go back.
Okay. But in the meantime, if we're waiting till then, explore this. Find out if the person that you've been trained to be your whole life is even the person that you would want to be if you're free of it.
You know, the idea of wanting something is new to me. Because the only things I've ever wanted are what I was told to want. Strange, isn't it? I'm done. I want to go back to the ship. I've had enough of this.
Okay.
I gotta think. I gotta do a lot of thinking.
Okay.
Did you just say he wants to drink?
Think.
Yeah,
Oh. It's almost the opposite.
I mean,
And there
one
goes
will lead
Dave.
to the other, but you know.
Dave steamrolling a serious moment.
We gotta give this guy a name. He has
He's
to come
the
up with one
captain.
for himself.
Well,
I'm sure I will have at some point asked him his name, yeah.
And that name is
011773.
Did you say there was a ZOG room on this the Starbase?
Yeah, we
There-
did COG stuff there.
There is, but we're not
Did you
taking the time to do montages right now.
Oh no, that's
His
fine.
name is
That's fine.
5005 Seuss.
Literally, it's the rec room, but they can turn the grav plating off. So
Okay.
All work and no play makes Sark a dull boy.
you got to cold cock a dude. You've had your fun. You're good. All right. Anything else anyone wants to do again that's plots related?
His
During these
name.
2
I want his name.
His name. It's his name. Right. Well, you did know. You remember that the they do have names. Like the Grand
Yeah.
Chancellor had a name.
Yeah,
Supreme Chancellor, whatever it was.
yeah.
Okay.
This guy's name is gonna be like. This guy's name is gonna be like Anakin or something.
Oh no.
Let's see.
So would building the semi-organic AI thing count as plot relevant?
Yes,
Since-
let's continue that as soon as I have a name. Abnir. Abnir. Abnir.
All right.
So, just for the part you mentioned about how it can't like give it emotions entirely because it would break the continuity. Well, half of it, like, but that's assuming data is made like entirely of like mechanical organics, right? Like, it's completely robotic to a degree. But I'm actually using the Iosian brain that's like fully sentient in its own right, and then kind of like using that as a back door to like, you know what I mean? So it's kind of
It
like an
doesn't
iron
have-
lung for the AI.
But it
So
doesn't have it doesn't have emotions on that side, though, does it?
Correct.
Exactly.
It does not.
That's true. I was thinking, but it doesn't have emotions intentionally ingrained. But I imagine since it's like a base component, I could sort of like make it, like more of a pseudo sentience, kind of like I would use the other half of robotic to like, and I just download like all the Federation laws and edicts or whatever.
Okay, here's what you can do. Give me a roll in.
That we could just download My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic and see what. Got
I'm
two
sorry,
discs.
that show.
Option B.
Red
that
pill,
show
blue
was-
pill.
Always option B.
That show was outlawed during the Great Brony War of 2052. So I'm sorry. That's now a
Good
war
thing
crime
I'm
to even talk about it.
No, the question
Remember,
is,
you
the
you are
question is-
talking to someone who frequents the black market, so
Yeah,
I'm sure
black
you can
market
find
doctor just pulls
No.
out like a hard drive.
Okay, but was the banning of the show the solution or the cause of the Great Brony War? I think is the real question.
It
Was
was
it a
the
prohibition?
result. It was the result. It was the
prohibition.
bronies. The bronies rose up and attempted to establish their own commune, and they were ruthlessly crushed. And so, My Little Pony was banned. Period. Anyhow, that is a big tribble. Okay.
Big old tribble.
Big old tribble. All right, Coinless.
World
I need
building.
you to give me a roll for. Okay, you don't have computer sciences, but you do have computer technologies. Oh, intelligence and computer technology.
Dang it. I have like a 2 in that.
You have a 9 in computer technology.
Oh, 9. That's.
It used to be
slightly
2, but you did enough successful rolls that you built it up a bit.
better. Intelligence plus 9
Divided by 2.
45. No.
Okay. No, you weren't able to glean anything from the programming on the brain. So what you're able to do is you're actually able to get the brain plugged in, and you're able to access the information on it. But you aren't able to decipher it. However, you do have a crew member that might be able to assist in this.
Oh, yeah. Caitlin, I need your help.
Who?
Caitlin?
Caitlin.
Who?
Caitlin.
Caitlin's not going to
Gotta
help
give
you.
him. Gotta
They-
give
Caitlin's
him.
they
not
know
here
that-
right now.
Caitlin's
No,
not
yeah,
here.
no. Fish is looking for Caitlin because they're the one that learned Romulan.
You're not looking at Romulan. This is an Iosian
Oh,
brain.
Iosian. Well, the person that who knows Iosian?
I do.
Yeah, Caitlin.
That's not Caitlin. That's Crystal.
Oh, no, it is Caitlin.
No, it's Crystal.
No,
That is
just-
point.
just-
Because he has
Caitlin.
feline
Caitlin is
Feline
Alex's
aphasia.
character.
I know. I
No, Tim.
it's
Remember,
feline-
feline
No, I know.
aphasia.
I didn't forget. Yeah, he's like, so yeah, Fish is like, I can't crack this code, but I know someone who can. Gets up and says like, Caitlin, I just keep. Can I like with 90 on luck? Can I make a roll to find Matt?
You
Like,
you
Caitlin,
find
come
Crystal.
here.
Find
You
Crystal.
find her.
Caitlin, I need your help. Come with me.
And I'm just gonna look around.
It's like, what are you looking around for? It's you. I point. It's like, arms. I need your help, Caitlin.
Now, where am I when he finds me?
Mess hall, eating. You literally have a mouthful of whatever you wanted to eat.
Kibble. Then I'm going. It is not kibble. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to say, hold on.
Triple
I'm going to
kibble.
walk over to the. Dang it! What's it called?
Not replicator.
Yes,
Window?
the replicator. No, the replicator.
A window?
I don't know.
Then I'm going
It's in that room.
to get a small bowl of the wettest kibble that it can replicate. And I'm going to go walk back over to him
That's gonna
and say,
backfire.
"Here you go."
Caitlin, is this like a joke or from a? I don't remember this one. Was it paying attention?
Because I'm not Kalen.
But like Fish is gonna wait. Oh, you don't have any. Oh, are you the? Because he noticed you don't have any knives on like littered across your body. It's like, oh, you're the other. Yeah, Caitlin mentioned there was a was it a twin or I don't.
A twin.
Wow.
Well, I thought.
Littermate.
Not all Caitians look the same.
But like just kind of like looks back. I imagine in his head it's just kind of like the silhouette. It's like you look. Well, do you know Iosian?
Yes,
Like
I
Caitlin
do
does?
know Iosia.
Oh, sweet, that's perfect. Okay, I need your help. We're working on the AI reprogramming, and I think I almost cracked a code, but I need someone with your skills, like you, to help solve it.
Okay, lead the way.
Thank you. You're a really nice guy, or girl, or... Well, you're a really nice patient.
You're a really nice you.
You're a nice
How
patient.
has no one
Wow.
shoved food in your face?
Well, usually I just dodge out of the way when they do.
They've tried.
But yeah, so I can't believe we never talked before. Maybe you should I don't know, if you have a wristband or something. Make it easier to tell you guys apart.
Oh my god.
They're
Just-
completely different colors.
Just a whole series of microaggressions in this game.
I have never met anyone more speciesist.
But no, it's like, what are you talking about? It's just that I literally cannot tell the difference between you two. You're like perfect clones. In fact,
the
Caitians
only
aren't like clones of
similarity
each other,
we
right?
have between us are that we're both Caitians.
Well, aren't you like the same? Like you have the but you're like perfect clones.
Oh
No,
god.
we're not.
Mm,
Aren't
Not
you
even
though?
close.
I imagine it's one of those situations where it's like that meme of like, what's the difference
Yeah.
between this picture and this picture? They're the same picture.
You're just trying to explain that they're not.
But you just sound the same. Wait,
Someone with their eyes closed.
okay, well,
Oh,
I'm sorry if I'm offending you. Well, I'm not really sorry, to be honest. I won't lie to you. But I do need your help, and you seem like a very... Well, you seem kind of upset at me, and I usually I understand why people get upset, but you seem like I wronged you before, but this is like our first time meeting, isn't it?
No, we met when you were still a cadet.
When I was like 7? He like just vaguely trails off. Like, nah, it doesn't matter. I might check into that actually. Anyway, so I just bring Crystal to the programming to try and work their magic. And just like ignore the cadaver. Hey, Laura. Just like walks past the Vulcan in the room.
yeah.
The roommate, yes.
So yeah, I just
Okay. So, Matt, hi, welcome to the party. Okay. I'm going to need you to roll the average of your intelligence, computer operation, and Iosian.
Okay, let's see here.
This is going to be a fun one.
And then that is by 3, not 2.
Yeah, no, not you.
Alright. Nice.
Oh.
Okay. You're in.
Fish is
So,
like high
you're able
five.
to- All right, so you now have access
High
to
five.
the program, the brain. So basically, you've turned the brain. You're using it as a operating system. So what do you want to do with that there, Fish?
Well,
Fish OS.
I'm gonna give I guess I assume they mentioned Crystal. It's like, okay, I'm gonna give Crystal high five. Go for one at least.
I'll give him a high five.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. To be fair, I am just trying to play the feline aphasia part. So, I guess the goal would be to then proceed to plug it into the AI in order to sort of like, kind of like
Plug
a
it into
backdoor.
the Romulan computer core.
Yes, so to sort of work as like a backdoor to crack into its data, I guess, since it can't function as like an actual like AI
Okay.
motion thing. So, because there is a lot data that is still blocked to us, right?
Well,
it's gone.
not apparent. No.
No.
Well, on the computer core, there's no data on there except for the program itself. And
Well-
after you got the access codes from the captain, you had access to everything. But
So I
there really
guess-
wasn't much there.
Yeah. So
Literally, just the whole thing is just delete. It's
Hmm.
just the virus.
So the
So
reason
there's
to
not
plug
really
it
much
in
else to
then
get.
is basically, so I'm plugging it in, and this is basically in order to, pseudoscience is hard. Basically, I'm trying to make it so it can be more free thinking, and it's not restricted to the algorithm much. Basically, it's allowing it so if we needed it to, we could sort of work with it to potentially mess with the other AI as like a countermeasure.
What you're effectively going to be doing is merging the programming from the core and the brain.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Jacob is the one who's basically the custodian of this thing, so he's going to help you on this.
Sweet.
I assume
And
this
this
is
is actually
also
gonna be-
functions like a backdoor.
And
to
presumably we're
prevent-
gonna need Crystal to help with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. So what we're doing here?
Is
Yeah, this is
wildly
gonna be
illegal.
Come on, we've already crossed that line a while ago.
Over an international.
Yeah, the ethics are definitely questionable, at least.
Well, right now you're just plugging together to see what happens. I mean, who knows? It's like putting two fish in a tank. Let's see if one tries to eat the other. I don't know. Basically. So, yeah, you're gonna try that. All right. So the roles that we're gonna do. Jacob, I'm going to need to give me intelligence and computer sciences.
Okay.
Actually, no. This is going to be technology because you're trying to. Yeah, this is more of a plugging things together. So intelligence and computer technology.
Okay.
Crystal, give me intelligence, computer technology, and Iosian.
Okay.
And Coinless, intelligence and computer technology. So this is Jacob's role, but both Coinless and Matt, if they succeed, they add 15 to what Jacob rolls.
Oh, yes, please succeed.
No, Matt.
That would not be a success, no.
Wow.
Come on. Wow, that was. I just noticed the 99.
Yeah.
Not much better.
Okay,
Awesome.
so
Everybody
you
failed.
are not even able to successfully interface them, so nothing even happens. Like you plug them together, and there's not even a connection happening. So somewhere you missed something.
Would this be
Alright.
something we could fix with downtime?
It's something that you can try again the next day. So give me those rolls again.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. Hey!
Okay.
Hmm.
Is plus 15 enough to make a 92 a success?
Not
God.
even close.
All right. This time you're not even able to get the thing plugged in. You don't have a damn clue why. So
Kept putting the
next
USB in upside down. Yeah.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah. Took a hammer, jammed the USB in, still didn't work. What the hell?
Wait.
Or no,
Wait.
you're trying to jam a USB into an HDMI. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So would Fish remember that? Because could Fish be like, wait, I think I know someone. Because Tim, you have like a 46, right?
In what?
Computer
Computer
technology, or is it
technology?
computer operation? It's mechanical engineering, right?
Mechanical engineering is my
Oh, it's off.
44.
Yeah, he would not be much assistance in this.
Hmm.
You can try again the next day.
Go.
Not succeed. Try again. And again.
There you go.
Yes.
And again.
Here goes. Here goes. Hey.
Hey!
There we go.
These are much more agreeable numbers.
Yes.
And Matt.
Hey.
Hey!
All right. So you are able to get them together, and your interface. All right. So
Now kiss.
describe. And. All right. So describe what you have built. Like, what does it look like? How does it function?
So, I'm not exactly sure what the Iosian core looks like. So what would you, or the Romulan core, right?
Well, no, I'm talking about what you made. Like, what are you plugging into the core?
The best way to describe this is it's like a floating Futurama brain in a jar. Like half of it is like entirely mechanical, the other half is like organic in a jar, and it's sort of connected to like probably like a sort of box that can plug in through like in-depth machinery, like that gets wired directly into the core.
Okay. Do you have any kind of control system for it, like a screen interface?
Yeah,
of any kind?
it's kind of like like your computer like pad it for keyboard.
Like a data. Okay. All right. So you'll plug them in, and both's gonna go da 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 da, as they recognize each other. But then nothing really happens because you've not told it to do anything. So what are you gonna try to tell it to do?
Gonna look towards my two allies in this endeavor. It's like, so from one master of the mechanical and mechanical arts to another, what would you two suggest? To Matt and Jacob.
I don't know anything about mechanical arts, so not the guy to ask.
Well, this isn't a mechanical thing now. This is you're
it's
trying to get two computer systems to talk to each other.
Basically, it was you just compliment.
Well, do they speak the same language?
Yeah.
They're effectively like kind of apart, because like the organic part was from the original core AI and the follow-up AI. So they're either like siblings or like part of a whole, is what I imagine.
Okay.
Maybe we could like type in down. So I guess you know what. I feel like we should call Tim's character in, and because I was thinking what we would do is basically basically what I thought we were trying to do is we're trying to make it agreeable and like work with us. And so if I were to put in a code, it would, at the very bare minimum, would be like become cooperative to the maximum degree. In a more scientific wording, but just make it. I basically just try to make it incredibly cooperative to us and help us deal with the Iosians, whether it be suppressing or like finding a way maybe to infiltrate.
Okay.
Kind of turn it into our own malware, AI versus AI, hacker versus hacker.
Okay.
Well, this is going to be a Jacob roll again. This is going to be computer science and intelligence, because you're the one that's actually knows how to do anything. So if Tim wants to help,
I mean, they can come and ask me.
I'm gonna go get Sorab. It's like, well,
Okay.
it's partially gonna be programming, partially probably gonna be talking with it diplomatically now. So we should probably get the diplomat. Plus, he was really cool when he jammed that thing in the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't really name the device, but I mean that was kind of a clutch moment. So I think he's a good clutch guy for this situation. Just wander off.
All right, but it is 11:15, by the way.
This is true.
We still have to pack. We have a conference this weekend, so we might have to pick that up next time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Work tomorrow.
Yes, and she has work tomorrow, and I'm sure Dave has work tomorrow, and so do other people.
I always have work.
Always.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. And
All right,
as
before anyone does their
Yeah.
rolls, we're doing a difference to the roll.
yes,
to
how are we
the
doing?
skill
that?
roll. So don't do that just yet. Let me tell you. All right, so we're adjusting it to how much you already have in each skill determines the roll that you do.
Okay.
All right, so you're probably I'll have this. Actually, I'm gonna put this in chat. So basically, if you have between 0 and 9 in a skill that you're rolling for, you roll a d4 and you subtract 1 from your result.
So we get to choose any skill?
No, if you rolled for a skill
And succeeded,
During-
apparently.
and succeeded,
Because failing at a skill doesn't help you learn at it for some reason.
Oh, I see.
we're not rewarding failure. We're not rewarding.
You should be
failure.
rewarded with half.
So
No,
when we
there's no
finally
half.
succeeded, did that count or no?
For your guys, yes.
Yeah.
Eventually did get it. So okay. So let me look up exactly where I wrote it. All right. I'm just gonna copy this. Put it in chat.
It's really hard
So
to find
basically, the idea for this is that the more ability you have in something, the harder it is to gain more points in it.
Makes sense.
All right. So if you've got between 0 and 9, you roll a d4 and subtract 1. If you've got between 10 and 39, you roll a d4 and subtract 2. If you've got between 40 and 99, you roll a d4 and subtract 3.
So we're not even rolling d6s anymore. We're rolling d4s.
No,
We've always been rolling d4s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we rolled a d6.
So, okay.
that was just an adjustment that I made looking at just how much skill people was gaining. Like we're gonna max out things
Oh,
way
yeah.
too fast.
Yeah.
That does mean that if you have over, I don't remember what,
40.
you're
You can
just
only get
always
one.
getting one.
Or 0.
No, there's only a
nothing.
25% chance.
You're only
of you
going to
getting
get 0 or 1.
Yes.
Which
It's
don't
just
like the
making
idea of
sure.
getting a 0.
doesn't give you any incentive to attempt rolls.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I can literally, I can
Well,
almost
attempt
never
rolls on skills
level
that
up.
you're good at.
I mean, you're starting at 40.
Which is considered professional grade in this game.
I
Yeah.
guess, but it's less than half.
But it's really not, because if you're rolling against 100, it's still
That's true.
a higher chance of failing.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. Honestly, the way that it wants you to do skill advancement in the book is actually even chintzier than that.
It's like over months or something like that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a month and a half. You got to roll a d4, and you're like, wow.
Zero.
we got
Right,
that through
because,
4
like,
days.
This is, yeah, if you do this, I don't even know how I rolled it. Hold on.
Also, like, well, maybe not for the good doctor, but the rest of us, it took 10 years, maybe 20 or 30 years to learn to this point. So
Right.
for us to double it in a month or two would be probably break the game.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to avoid a situation like we got in Mutants and Masterminds where everyone's just too damn good at everything. So I want to keep some challenge to it. So yeah, I spoiled you all over Extra Life, and that's fine. But for now, I want to make sure that we're not just blowing everything out every
Yeah.
session.
Well, I was gonna say, like, in Extra Life, I didn't have, I think, but maybe
I know,
10
some
or
of
like
us-
5 in computer technology, and now I have like a 25.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
But
Some
then
of us
again,
got
some
very
of us
few
didn't
rolls.
really roll much of anything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it just
So-
varies. Some people get it, some people don't. That's just how it shakes out. So,
Anyway, I gotta go to bed.
All right.
all right. So,
So,
Tim,
anyway.
how's your time?
All right, so thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the raid again to Bigfoot and the bits. We will be here again next Thursday, resuming this story at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So feel free to swing by. I'm figuring out some other stuff for the channel now that I've reached affiliate. There's like things that I can do that I couldn't do before, but I have to actually figure out how I'm going to do them. So I'm going to do that. But if you also want to kind of support us going forward and doing other cool stuff, there's the Patreon, there's the coffee, and of course, there's the Humble Bundle. And as I mentioned earlier, we are still fundraising for Extra Life. Every dime you put in there, every cent you put in there goes straight to the Children's Miracle Network Hospital that we're raising for. We don't get any of that money. But it is very important to us that we see that be successful. We are just over $1,000 raised so far. Our goal by the end of the year is $1,500. So please consider donating and helping us help kids in need, in medical need. Thank you very much. And unless anyone has anything else, good night.
Thanks for watching.
Right.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.